This pencast will talk about using quadratic equations to solve for a variable in word problem. Our word problem says, a ball is dropped from a height of 81 feet. Its height is modeled by h equals 81 minus 16t squared, where t is time in seconds. After how many seconds will the ball hit the ground? The first thing you're going to want to do is rewrite our equation so it's out of the mess of English and alone on the paper so we can look at it. We have h equals 81 minus 16t squared. What are we looking for? We're trying to figure out how many seconds it will take the ball to hit the ground. If the ball is starting at a height of 81 feet, then that means it starts out at h equals 81. When the ball hits the ground, we know that h must equal 0. So at ground, h equals 0. Since we're looking for when the ball hits the ground, we are looking for when 81 minus 16t squared equals 0. We can rewrite this in a more standard form, putting the largest exponent first by first rearranging the order, giving us negative 16t squared plus 81 equals 0. And then by multiplying through by negative 1, giving us 16t squared minus 81 equals 0. Since we're asked to use a quadratic formula, the first thing we need to do is remember what the quadratic formula is. We know that we can rewrite it as x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Identifying our variables, we see that a equals 16, b, which is our linear term, is 0 since there are no terms multiplied by t, and c equals negative 81. Thus we can put it into our formula, giving us x equals negative 0 plus or minus the square root of 0 squared minus 4 times 16 times negative 81 all over 2 times 16. Since we're looking for seconds, the time, we can rewrite x as t, and so that we could also say t equals x equals all of that. It doesn't matter. Solving this, we see that t, or x, equals 0 plus or minus the square root of 0 plus 5,184 all over 32. We can simplify that into 5,184 over 32. And the square root of 5,184 is 72 over 32, which you can get using a calculator. From there, it's just basic reduction. We can simplify this, giving us 18 over 8, and then 9 over 4. Now, the question asks us to find how many seconds it will take for the ball to hit the ground. And we could say it will take 9 over 4 seconds, but that doesn't really make too much sense. In this instance, it makes more sense to write this as a mixed number, which we can do writing it as 2 and 1/4. Which makes a lot more sense. If someone asks you how many seconds it takes, saying it takes t equals 2 and 1/4 seconds makes a lot more sense than 9 over 4 seconds. But both are correct answers in this case.